who is funny? It's funny because when you see it from the inside out. First of all, what is that? First of all, good morning, everybody. Just good morning, everybody. It's a brand new day today, huh? It's a brand new day. It's Sunday. How y'all doing in New York City? It's a nice day today. It's a nice day today, and I will say I'm very disappointed. I'm very upset today. I'm holding it in because I respect God so much that I'm not going to say anything because of the fact that God has done so many things for me this year that I don't want to mess up anything that He's doing for me or will do for me in the future by the things that by my actions today. And this is to anyone who you're probably going through some type of transformation, right? And please mind this, the noise in the background. These are my nephews. But you might be going through something where you're transforming into the person that you were, into the person that God needs you to be in order for you to up your life, right? And so right now I'm in a transition period. And I've been open and honest about my downfalls. I've been open and honest about my trials and tribulations with people I don't know and people who I thought were safe. I was safe to say those things to. It doesn't seem like they heard it, right? But all in all, it is well. It is well because guess what? I know what I gave. And I know what I brought to the table. And it wasn't well received. I know my heart. They don't, and they may never get to. They may never ever learn the heart of me. And maybe they don't deserve to. This is anyone, and I'm telling you, there are some people that don't deserve you because they don't even know how to handle you. They try so hard to find some fault within you so they don't figure out that there's fault within themselves. All in all, I am somebody that if I did wrong, I am woman enough to say I did wrong. I am woman enough to apologize for it. I reflect over it. Even if initially I don't see my wrongdoing, I go to the Lord and we talk about it. And we talk hash it out until I get it. Father, if that be true, please confirm that for me. That I'm somebody that maybe initially I didn't get it, but after he talks to me about the fifth time, sixth time, I got it. Okay, don't do it. Why? Because this, right? I'm just over people defending my character. I'm just over people speaking for me. And so I'm gonna be transparent with you. I joined the ministry, right? I joined the ministry called, we're not even gonna say their names, but I joined this ministry. Um, the way I learned about this ministry was through a friend, which I don't even think she's my friend. That's neither here nor there. But because somebody can call you sis, but they don't even think of you as a sis. You understand? All right. But they brought you to the ministry, right? And they, it was like a convention, a woman convention that I came to, right? And when I came to it, I came with it. I came with an open heart. When I got there, I met a woman, and at first when I met her, she looked at really like mean, So I didn't really say anything to her. But um, we sat down, and I didn't really know anybody in the room apart from my friend and that's it. So they was going around telling us about who we are and what we do and blah blah blah. And so I introduced myself, and as I'm introducing myself, I just felt that they weren't really wanting to hear what I was saying, you know. And this other woman jumped up. The Holy Spirit was talking to her, and the Holy Spirit spoke to her, to me, and He was like, "You are loved." And that moment, that moment, that there was a moment that happened in the church between me and her that I would never forget. And it was what God allowed to happen. Well, and we were kindred spirits. We are kindred spirits, meaning we are one and the same type of person. We're one of the same type of person, right? And I will still always have love for that lady because she took me in. She really mothered me, if we want to talk about it, right? And recently, I decided I wanted to like get out of my house and go, hang out with her. And what turned out for me hanging out with her has caused so much problems. Now, usually when I'm going somewhere, I'm not telling anyone where I'm going. You understand? Like, I'm very secretive. I don't need nobody in my business. Like, I'm going where I'm going, and when I get back is when I get back. I didn't tell my mother where I was going, right? Mainly because what I was going through, I didn't want anyone to know where I was going, and I do that on purpose because my life, people know stuff, and they sabotage me. I've had so many things that was building up for me, and then crumble right in my face, right? And so I hide things because I just want them to happen, right? For me. So I went, and yeah, I had a great time. I was able to decompress, and the Lord was able to minister to me, and I was able to talk to the Lord freely, because I know that I was in a place where prayer is always constant, and so I learned a few things about praying in your home and saturating your home with prayer, and we would talk and have conversations. And then we went to her church, and I felt a deep calling there. Like I felt a real I felt I was being delivered over there. The Lord was working on me, and and sometimes I feel like I should hold back because I want everybody else to get their healing, but I was getting healed too, and so my healing came through, and the Lord was like, let go, let in, and I was focusing on that. I wasn't focusing on anyone in the room. I was focusing on my healing, you know, as was everybody else in the room, you know. And a message came from the Lord through me. Now, a lot of people don't know that there's some messages that can come through the Spirit, through someone, because you're an open vessel. So the Lord can speak to you in however way He want to speak through you, right? And some of them is not controllable. You can't really control like what the message is, especially if the Lord is the one speaking, not me, right? The Lord is the one speaking through me. The Lord is the one that's talking, not me. And so something, you know, I didn't know that I had created a fence, you know, and the pastor pulled me aside after the service, and he told me that, or that we don't do that there, you shouldn't do that because I'm a visitor and we, we don't, it's not protocol or whatever to go into somebody's church and then blah, blah. So, I understood, but I didn't because I just didn't understand and I don't get it. And I was like, okay. I left and I went home. I didn't really think anything of it. I just said, okay, and I went by my house. About my way. And even along the way home, I was talking to the Lord and I was like, I don't get it. I don't think that that's correct. And because that's not in what I've, that's not in how I've operated, right? I didn't get it. And so the Lord was having me watch like people like Janita, Prophetess Janita, and she was saying it, and I just was like, I was hearing about the hierarchy, and I was hearing about this thing, and I just was not getting it. I just did not get it. Because I was just like, so if the Lord gives us a word to say to the church, right, we have to go through who first to get to. I've never had to do that. Like, you understand? In my churches, they want to hear revelation. They want to hear. They don't care whether it's from the leader or whether it's from somebody in the drummer or whoever. They want to hear what the Lord has to say. So I've never been restricted on speaking before. You understand? So I didn't understand that part. And I was like, there's like, oh, it's in the word. I just want to know how. You know, you're not telling me, you're not teaching me, you're not just expecting for me to understand and get it. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's wrong. But okay, whatever. Um, and so when I went home, I figured out that my church had found out about um, what happened at the ladies' church. And I was wondering how they figured it out, or how, because maybe somebody, openly said or told them, whatever. that I was in the church, because it's not their church. You don't even know them. And I found out that it wasn't somebody in the church. It was the lady that I was staying with. And you openly offered information to someone without my consent, right? And I was upset about it because I was like, first of all, I came to you crying. I came to you crying about it because I felt that because the on Saturday, the next Saturday, my pastor calls me and is reminding me that we have service on Saturday, blah, 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 to be there early from 9 a.m., right? Which he never does, okay? You never do that. Number one. Number two, um, I had told her the week prior that I just wanted to be alone, right? I told her I was like, I'm going through something right now and I just need my alone time. And I was like, I was like, I just need to be alone for a bit so that I can access my life. Nothing personal. Because she texted me, she said, "Blessings, my love. I missed you on the prayer line and on the Bible study. Is everything okay? I called you this morning to wake up to join us for the prayer line to break out fast, but your phone went straight to voicemail." And I said, I just needed to be alone for a bit so I can access something in my life. Nothing personal. And then this whole message again. When somebody says they want to be alone, respect that. Okay? Respect that. You don't know what's going on in that person's life. You don't know what situation that they're even in, that they want to be alone. Right? Because after I came from the woman's house, I felt rejuvenated, and then I had my room cleaned. I felt rejuvenated. I felt good, you know, and I just wanted to absorb me for the first time because I was going through a lot. Okay, I had just quit from my job. I had just I got fired from my internship, and then I'm failing classes, and all my life was in shambles. And then again, I joined the ministry that they requiring you to get up at Monday morning. First of all, they changed the schedule, but they want you to get up in on Monday, fast from 5 a.m. to 5 p.m., which I did. Then they want you to wake up at 5 a.m. again for prayers on Wednesday, which I was doing. And the schedule was just too much for me, right? I'm being honest. I was just like, why am I doing this? You understand? Now I'm going to work again. That's how I felt. I felt like I just finished working over here. I quit because it was too much. And now I'm working again for y'all. I feel like I'm working everywhere. Everybody pulling me at once. You know? And I'm just, I don't know why. Like, and you know what's so funny about this is that I was telling God, like, Had I been, in a church from a kid, maybe I would know certain things, you know, and I was really like, distraught about me not being a church kid, and I really wanted to know what it was to be in a church, and because you see all the good aspects, you see all the singing, and you see the worship, and you see the family aspect of the church. You see the outside looking in, and then you get in it, and then you see the inside of the church, and you see what really goes on, and you see that this is not a church. This is a
All bathrooms, I get the healing. I'm the last person.
sorry. This is not a church. Church is supposed to be for people who are seeking healing. Church is for healing. Church is a temple. It's a hospital, right? This is a hospital for people to go and people to see, people to unwind, to talk to God, and you using it as a place of like a prison. I'm not just because God divert you to me or I'm in your church doesn't mean I stop what I'm doing for you. I was who I was before I got to you. And you're not teaching me anything new. You're teaching me more than what I know. I'm not a new Christian and I was saved just a year ago. I was saved 5 years ago. And in 5 years of me being in this walk, I've learned more than more people can even say that they've learned. Okay? I, I'm a fast learner. You understand? I'm very quick. I've grown more in these 5 years than I ever had before. So it's not like I'm coming to your church and I'm coming brand new and I'm, not knowing stuff. I know what I know already. And you're helping me to elevate to another level. Do you understand what I'm saying? But you making this seem as if though I'm not allowing you to teach me when I've been nothing but honest with you. I've been nothing but coming to every single event that she has had. Every event since we have met, I've been there. It's just that this situation has happened, and there are conversations that are being had behind my back that I don't know about. Things that are being said behind me, and you already made up your mind. So if you already made up your mind about what you was gonna do regarding me, why the hell did you invite me to anything? The fake stuff is when you start to learn about what church is actually about. This is why people are church hurt. This is why people leave the church. It's not about God. It's not about getting closer to the Lord. It's about feeding y'all. It's about feeding you and what you want for the church. I respect my leaders. My leader, I don't get it. Now when I'm talking to people, and I didn't understand what they were talking about when they said church hurt. But now I'm starting to realize it.
All bathrooms, I get the healing.
I'm really starting to realize it. That somebody can come to your church broken. You don't know in where part of their life they are in. But you barely talk to them. You barely break bread with them. But then you say you're the spiritual mother. No, you're not. Maybe I shouldn't be talking about this. Man, I just don't get it sometimes. She calling me, talking about I'm supposed to know where you're going. No, you're not. You are not my mom. You are the pastor of a church. You are not my authority. You are not my authority. I don't understand where we get this analogy from. I don't get it. Because you go to my church, so I have to know the ins and outs of where you are. I gotta know where you are, and I'm gonna go and ask questions to somebody else to find out where you are. How does that make sense? I'm not gonna come to you directly, no, but I'm gonna go around you, talk about you, and then make an assumption about you, make lies and falsehoods around you, and then expecting for me to answer the phone. I won't answer the phone for you, not another day. I will not answer the phone for you, not today, not tomorrow, not the next day. Even when you call and I see the number, I will just block it. Yes. Because you are somebody I don't even want to talk to. I don't talk to people like you. Don't. Like this weekend, I almost went back to being Hannah. Because oh, Hannah. Hannah would have just went to the luncheon, right? Hannah would have made sure you never lie on me again. You never write this thing to me again. Boy, how God have changed me. I was trash before, now I'm rubble. Yeah? Self sabotage. I'm not sabotaging myself. I'm rejuvenated. What is this? I don't know. I'm telling you. The makings of a church. And I've seen, I've even been in a church where someone who's homeless, he walked in and they escorted him out. I would have told him, come. That's what church is for. Anyone that's supposed to come in and be able to go to the altar and ask for forgiveness. That's what the church is for. That's why Solomon built the temples. That's why God told him to build the temples in the first place. So that people had a place of retribution. People had a place to go where they didn't have. I remember when I tried to run away from home, the place that I was able to sleep was a church. I found a church that was like, housing, whatever, and I sat there. and I was able to sleep for a minute, for some time. That's what church is for. It's not a popularity contest. It's not a we can't sit at your you can't sit at our table. You are we better than you? We holier than thou. We're gonna blame you. The Lord said, remain blameless. We're gonna blame you for a situation that had nothing to do with you. Or we're gonna assume because we just answer our phone every day. And my phone is messed up right now. I can't even text nobody. I can't even text nobody. I can't type. If I and I said that so many times. I'm gonna confess my disobedience because the Lord told me to go buy a new phone and I didn't. Should have. That was me being disobedient, right? And I didn't mean to. I just walked into my fear of using money because I have so much anxiety. And instead, I bought so much food. Didn't even. Lord, I repent. People be living their lives, bro. People be living their lives, not even thinking about nobody. I don't be thinking about nobody. I wake up, live my life. I am not thinking about you. I'm not thinking about what you got going on. I ain't thinking about none of y'all. That's probably why y'all mad. I'm not thinking about nobody. I'm not even trying to. I'm not even trying to. I know who I am at the end of the day. And I know what I bring to the table. I know what I bring to the table. If you don't see it, that's up to you. I didn't offend nobody. I did what I thought I was right to do. And you know what's funny? The Lord gave me the scripture yesterday, Luke 20, where he's asking, the people are asking, who gave you the authority? Who gave me the authority to be able to speak at a church that's not mine? So had you known me and the message would have came, what was you gonna say then? Okay. Maybe you want to get to know me then. You probably should get to know me. I am mad. But I'm thankful that I have somewhere I can talk about it. I'm gonna talk about it and leave it. So really, where will you wear this? At the beach. Oh, I'm so hungry. I'm not so sad.